സർവം ബ്രഹ്മമയം 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 സർവം ബ്രഹ്മമയം.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning. Namaste. Namaste.
Okay.
Yeah. The audio is clear?
Yes, yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha Harihi Om. Om Sadashivasamarambham Shankaracharya Madhyamam Asmadacharya Paryantam Vande Guru Parambaram Shankaram Shankaracharyam Keshavam Badarayanam Sutra Bhashya Kritau Vande Bhagavantau Punah Punaha Gurur Brahma Gurur Vishnur Gurur Devo Maheshwarah Gurus Sakshat Param Brahma Tasmai Sri Gurave Namaha Vasudeva Sutam Devam Kamsachanura Mardanam Devaki Paramanandam Krishnam Vande Jagadgurum Sarva Samshayacchettaram Satchidananda Vigraham Sada Susmera Vadanam Balakrishnam Namamyaham Vidyaranyad Vaidyad Vyadheriva Bhavasya Hi Vinutyai Pathyanyaswadyantam Panchadasi Prakaranani Bhakshyani. Om. Good morning and namaskaram to all. We have been discussing Panchadasi, the first chapter, Thatwa Viveka Prakaranam. So we have completed up to verse number 52. 52 we completed. So the Shravanam and Mananam is over. So let us start from 53. We touched on 53 last class also. So we'll do one more time 53. Itham vakyaistadarthanusandhanam sravanam bhavet yuktya sambhavitatvanusandhanam mananam tu tat. This Sravanam, that is listening to the Vedanta Vakyam, listening to Vedanta, reading also. All of this you can take it as Sravanam. This has to be practiced repeatedly. You have to listen to this many times. Many times means need not be the same thing, but continuous listening. That is what I mean by repeated means you have to keep on listening from one Upanishad to next Upanishad and then the next Upanishad. The reason is their Upanishad might seemingly contradict. Even though there is no contradiction between one Upanishad and other Upanishad, the subject matter is exactly same, but it might seemingly contradict. So, need to listen to more and more of these Upanishads or Vedanta to have more clarity. See, Sandhanam means it is a connection. Here the intellect has to be connected. Connected to what? Connected to the Mahavakyam. Tattvamasi, Aham Brahmasmi. All these Mahavakyas has to be, the intellect has to be connected to the Mahavakyam. So from verse number 33 to 48, the Sravanam process, right? The Sravanam process. So what is the first line? The first line says, Itham Vakyaihi Tadarthanusandhanam Sravanam Bhaved. Right? That you Itham Vakyaihi, thus with the Mahavakyam Tattvamasi, right? The Mahavakyam, then the Talparyam of that Mahavakyam. Mahavakyam is the Talparyam, the Lakshyartham of Mahavakyam, Tadarthanusandhanam, right? The analysis of the Mahavakyam, following the meaning of the Mahavakyam. What is the meaning of Mahavakyam? Jiva Brahma Aikyam. As we discussed earlier, the Jivan is Brahman. It is not the Jivas will become Brahman or the Jivan will merge with Brahman. It is not so. The Jiva is Brahman. Jivo Brahmaiva na paraha. Jivan is Brahman. There is no Jivan tomorrow. Okay, there is no, okay. After listening to Sravanam, Mananam, Nididhyasanam, the Jivan becomes Brahman. No. Or after listening, when you have moksha, the Jivan will merge with the Brahman. No. Already the Jivan is Brahman. Any point of time the Jivan was Brahman, the Jivan is Brahman and the Jivan will be Brahman. What are we doing here? We are only understanding it. Right? We have to understand it. Intellectually we have to understand it. That is what we are doing by Sravana, Manana, Nididhyasanam. The process is what Arjuna says at the end of Bhagavad Gita, Nashto mohaha smritir labdha. I remembered, I recollected. Right? That is what we call it as self-realization, we call it. It is not the self-becoming, right? Self-realization, the clarity that Aham Brahmasmi, I was ever Brahman only. Okay, so that is the Mahavakya Talparyam. That is Jiva Brahma Aikyam. Listening to that, understanding it is Sravanam Bhavet, is called Sravanam. And then what happens? Yuktya Sambhavitatva Anusandhanam. See, there will be lot of doubts will come. How is it? How is the Jivan is Brahman, etc. So all that doubts, when the doubts come, all the doubts must be removed. That is Mananam. By eliminating of the logical fallacy which are attributed on us by other people. Right? It is naturally our true nature is Brahman only. Our true nature is Brahman. But due to conditioning, we call it conditioning, when this is all imposed by others. Imposed by others on Brahman that I am this, I am a man, I am a human being, I am woman, I do this and I am a father, I am a husband, right? All those, the three types of Bhedam is there. Swagatam, Swajatiyam, Vijatiya Bhedas. What is Swagata Bhedam is, in a tree, in one tree, there are flowers, fruits, leaves, etc. And then that is Swagata Bhedam. There itself there is a difference. Then Sajadiya Bhedam. Sajadiya Bhedam means you have mango tree, coconut tree, okay, neem tree, like that. There are various, the trees are different. That is Sajadiya Bhedam. Then the Vijadiya Bhedam. Vijadiya Bhedam is tree is different from stone. The stone is different from water. So like that. This is the Vijadiya Bhedam. All these Vedas are removed. These Vedas are the superimposition. It is the Adhyasam, which we discussed earlier. So these are the attributes that is put on us by other people or in the previous janmas, etc. Because this is the wrong understanding. Because of this wrong understanding must be removed. The process of removal of all this logical fallacy, okay, the wrong understanding is the mananam, right? That is what we do by contemplating, asking doubts, clearing doubts, etc. So this also must be repeatedly done, because the intellect will go on raising new doubts. If you observe ourselves, we will see this. When we enter into Vedanta, after listening the first talk, we will have some doubts. And after listening to a few talks, all those doubts are cleared. Some other doubt has come. New doubts will come. So again we listen, or we talk to someone, we discuss among ourselves, or we will go to a Acharya who is a Brahmajnani, who has a good knowledge of the Shastram, and then we discuss and we clear the doubts. Then we will think, one day we will think that all the doubts are clear, and okay, suddenly a new doubt will pop up. Something new will pop up. Oh, how is this possible? So like that, so we have to clear all these doubts. That process is called mananam. So Sravanam and mananam. Now we will go to Nididhyasanam. So what is this verse? Yuktya sambhavitatva anusandhanam mananam tu tat. So the second line is what is mananam? The first line is Sravanam. Now we'll move to the 54th verse. Very, very important verse. Tabhyam nirvichikitserthe chetasasthapitasya yat ekatanatvmetadhi nididhyasanamuchyate. Tabhyam nirvichikitserthe chetasasthapitasya yat ekatanatvmetadhi nididhyasanamuchyate. Ekatanatvmetadhi nididhyasanamuchyate. Correct. See, in Yoga Shastra, it is called Dhyanam. What? This Nididhyasanam, we are going to explain, Vidyaranya Swami is going to explain Nididhyasanam. This in Yoga Shastram, it is called Dhyanam. Patanjali Yoga Sutra, there is a sutram, Tatra Pratyayikatanata Dhyanam. That is a Yoga Sutram. From verse 54 to 62, 9 verses deal with the topic Nididhyasanam. See, proper Shravanam and Mananam will remove all doubts. As we discussed earlier, proper Shravanam, it should be heard properly, and then repeatedly we have to listen. And then Mananam, by contemplating, thinking, logical reasoning we give, and we clear all the doubts, we remove all the doubts. clear knowledge. Shankaracharya says this one as Samyak Darshanam is the word Shankaracharya uses. It's a clear knowledge. Jnanena Kaivalyam. Jnanena Kaivalyam. Brahmavida apnoti param. Brahmavid apnoti param. Then, these are the Shruti Vakyas. Tarati Shogam Atmavid. One who realizes Atma, he crosses all shokas. There will be no dukkham at all. Brahmavid apnoti param. One who knows Brahman will become Brahman or will be Brahman. Become again, don't get confused. He realizes himself as Brahman. Brahmavid apnoti. He reaches Param. Brahmavid apnoti param. Tarati shogam atmavid. Abhayam pratishtham vindate. Right? Abhayam pratishtham vindate. We all this we heard. Nanushochandi pandidaha. Where did we hear this? Bhagavad Gita. Na anushochandi pandidaha. Pandidaha na anushochandi. The jnanis, pandidaha means one who has panda and brahmajnanam. Pandidaha na anushochandi. They will never be suffer or there will not be any sorrow in them. So what does that mean? It is the promise of Vedanta that knowledge will give freedom from sorrows, security, right? And also many have walked through this path. Many have reached this place, right? This all this happened. But some people have a problem. Most of us will have this problem. What is the problem? We go through Sravanam, we go through the Mananam also, and very clearly, right, some of us will have very clear understanding, very clearly understood the teaching. Whatever is explained in the Vedanta is clearly understood. But the promised result, what is the promised result? No, there will be no dukkham, right? They will be always happy. Anando Brahme Divyajanat. So, always will be in ecstasy. Ha, ho, ha. All that we heard. Taittiriya Upanishad. So, all this, that ecstatic state, that state is the promise of Vedanta. But that is not getting. I am not getting it. I have got Sravanam is there, Mananam is there, all understood very clearly, but not able to reap the fruits of Jnanam. The Jnana Phalam is not there. This is the complaint of many of us. So, sorrow is still there, the grief is there, fear is there, insecurity is there, lack of peace also continue. All of this continue. Even if listening to Vedanta, even if clearly understood about the Upanishad, but the sorrow is still there. What is the problem? How come the Upanishad says Jnanam? How come the Upanishad says that one who have Jnanam will have all this, but we are not able to experience it? We are not getting it. We need to get that Brahma Anubhavam, right? So, yeah, the Jnanam is not giving the promised result. So, here there is some problem. Some people say, unfortunately, some people in the Vedanta, they say that you have to get Brahma Anubhavam. You will get Brahma Anubhavam. As if this is Brahma Anubhavam is similar to other experiences, right? Some mystical experiences you should get, then only you will get it. That means you need another experience as called Brahma Anubhavam. This is not correct. There is no such experience, a different sort of experience you will get. Okay, some mystical experience or some ecstatic, some sort of experience. Such experiences will not be there in this. We have to understand that this is the wrong understanding, this is the wrong concept. That means Brahma Anubhavam will come tomorrow. Understand? See, we have been listening to Vedanta, Sravana, Manana and all is going on, and one day you will have Brahma Anubhavam. That will start one day. Anything that starts one day will end one day. So, Brahma Anubhavam is not something which will start tomorrow or which will start after listening to Vedanta for say 6 years or 5 years. It is not like that. Because Brahman experience is all the time. Here and now, we are experiencing Brahman only. It is not something which will start tomorrow. It is ever experienced. That is why it is called Pratibodha Vititam Matam. There is no time when consciousness is not experienced. The experience Brahma Anubhavam is all the time. It is not that I will get Brahma Anubhavam tomorrow. All the experiences, all we have is Brahma Anubhavam only. We are in Brahman or we are Brahman. So there is no such thing called Brahma Anubhavam will come tomorrow. Okay, I am emphasizing this because there is not a single moment when you don't experience consciousness. Are you conscious now? Yes. Right? So that is what it is. You are conscious now, you are ever conscious. Right? So it is not that some new, because consciousness is Brahman. So there is no such thing called you will experience that. Like you are experiencing an ice cream or you experience something. It is not Brahma Anubhavam will come tomorrow. All the time there is experience of Brahman. All the time. Right now also it is the Brahma Anubhavam only. It is experienced at all the time. Okay. And also one more very important thing. It is impossible to experience Brahman without the three bodies. Meaning, you see that is understanding. You have to experience without the three bodies, etc. These are the wrong understanding. Okay, it is impossible because you cannot separate physically Brahman. You can't separate this Brahman from the three bodies. What are three bodies? Sthula Shariram, Sukshma Shariram, Karana Shariram, etc. Right? It is not possible because the Brahman is never mixed with all this. It has to be mixed, then only you can separate. No. It is ever pure, it is ever free. Okay. Understand that Brahman is Shuddha, Buddha, Mukta, Swarupam. His Brahman is ever pure and it is never attached with the bodies. Then only you have to separate. So you cannot, it is never attached. Why? Because Brahman is real. Whereas the three bodies are mithya. It is unreal. How come a real can mix with the unreal? It is impossible. And you are that reality. The bodies are unreal. It is false. It is a superimposed thing. It doesn't have any real existence. Right? It is not real at all. So it is mithya, no reality in it. This understanding is pure understanding of the pure Brahman. This is the clear understanding. It is not a physical separation. It is the clear understanding. Right? Then, already we said that it is Brahma Anubhavam is not something which will start. So then what is the problem? The Jnana Phalam, which the Vedanta promises that you will cross Tarati Shokam, Atmavid, you will cross all the Dukkham. But I have understood everything, but I am not getting it. The problem is lack of sadhana chatushtaya sambatti. Sadhana chatushtaya sambatti is the qualification that is required to have jnana phalam. What is sadhana chatushtaya sampatti? Nitya nitya vastu vivekam. What is real, what is unreal, clarity in that. Then vairagyam, dispassion, which comes out of nitya nitya vivekam. And then shamadhi shatka sampatti. Shamam, damam, uparati, titiksha, shraddha, samadhanam. Right? So these 6, already we have explained all this earlier. So these 6, samadhi shatka sampatti, then mumukshutvam, I want to be free. Moksha ichha, I want to be free. That urge to be free. Right? So these 4 qualification is lacking. Lack of this qualification is the reason for not experiencing the jnana phalam. Right? The jnana phalam I am not getting. That is the problem. It is like, say you have got a water tank. The water tank has got full of water. Now you have a tap at the ground floor. You open the tap. Full tap is open. In the tank there is water also. But when you open the tap, no water is coming. Is the problem with the tank? Or is the problem with the water? Or is the problem with the tap? No problem with the tap or tank or water. There is some obstruction in the pipeline. Right? So we don't have to fill up water. The jnanam is there. Through Sravana Mananam, the jnanam has come. Knowledge is there. But the jnana phalam, the water at the tap, we are not getting. So the obstruction in the pipeline, we have to clear. That obstruction is the impure mind, or the conditioned mind is the problem, is the obstruction. The mind which has got lot of impurities in it, that impurities or the removal of the impurities is done through acquiring. It is both are same. Purification of the mind is same as acquiring sadhana chatushtaya sampatti. Right? Nitya nitya vastu vivekam, all that. Shamam, control of the mind, control of sense organs, dispassion towards objects. Why the objects? Why we need to have dispassion? Dispassion does not mean aversion. Dispassion is, I am full, I don't need it. Your stomach is full, the food is there in front of you. You say, no, I don't want food. Are you having any hatred or aversion towards food? No. You are full. You are content. You don't need anything. That is dispassion. So like that, control of the mind, control of the sense organ, shamam, damam, uparati, withdrawal from unwanted things. Do swadharma only. Right? Uparati. Then titiksha, endurance. Sukham, dukkham, shita, ushnam, etc. The ability to endure things. Titiksha. Shraddha, the belief in the scriptures and Guru Vakyam. And Samadhanam, focus. The focus to listen to Vedanta. The focus to listen to Vedanta. All these. Then, of course, Mumukshutvam must be there. So, these qualifications are not there. So, if you have the qualification, then when you start clearing the water, initially drop water will come. And after drop, then it will start trickling little more. A small stream will come. And when the total obstruction is removed, the tap, the water will flood. Right? Like a flood, the water will come in full flow. Similarly, the jnana phalam will fructify. Okay, the jnanam phalam will be experienced only when the obstruction is removed. The conditioned mind should be removed of all the impurities. Okay, that is acquiring of sadhana chatushtaya sampatti. But what we have done is, we without acquiring the qualification that is necessary for jnanam, that is jnana phalam, we did sravanam, we did mananam also, right? Now we are going in the reverse order. Instead of acquiring sadhana chatushtaya sampatti and listening to Vedanta, we listen to Vedanta and now we have to clear the pipeline or purify the mind. That process, purification of that mind, that process is called nididhyasana. That is nididhyasana. Okay, so nididhyasanam is same as dhyanam in yoga. In yoga it is called a dhyanam. Nididhyasanam is the term that is used here. Okay, so the definition of nididhyasanam is removal of the impurities of the mind, because one who has sadhana chatushtaya sampatti, only sravanam is necessary. Sravanam and mananam is only necessary. No nididhyasanam is required. Straight away that individual is a jnani. Whereas those who have impurities in the mind have to go through sravanam and then mananam, and then if the jnana phalam as promised by Vedanta, if you don't get it, we have to do the nididhyasanam, by which we remove the impurities of the mind. Right? It is said in Bhagavad Gita, Karma Yoga. Right? Do all your karma, Brahmarpanam, Brahmahavir, Brahmagno, Brahmanahudam, Brahmaiva tena gantavyam, Brahma karma samadhina. Do all your actions as Nishkama karma. Nishkama. I don't want Bhagavane, I don't want anything. I have everything, I am full. I don't want. So, all that is done as a puja. As a puja, and whatever be the result, I accept it as Bhagavat Prasadam. Ishvara puja and Bhagavat Prasadam. So with that attitude, when we do all our karma, it will remove the impurities of the mind. The desires will start reducing. Is that right? The desires will start reducing, and when there is absolutely no desire, there will be no vasanas, etc. That mind will reach peace of mind. That peace of mind is the jnana phalam. The peace of mind is the jnana phalam. Initially it will start coming trickling. Little bit of peace. Then it will start little more. And then the peace will be there full and at all times. At all times there will be peace and the shanti. That is the jnana phalam. Okay, so that process, that new name is given for the dhyanam, that is the removal of these impurities of the mind, is the nididhyasanam. So acquiring sadhana chatushtaya sampatti through karma yoga, etc. And then if you listen to Vedanta, it will be immediately you will get. If not, after listening to Vedanta, after doing Sravanam and Mananam as Vidyaranya Swami explained now, we will do the nididhyasanam, by which we remove the impurities of the mind. See, in Bhagavad Gita also Sankhya is given. First Sankhya Yoga, Jnanam is already given. Then only Karma Yoga. So this method is nothing wrong in it. But this is the problem that people are facing. After Sravanam and Mananam, after understanding, I have clarity, everything I understood. I really understand what is Brahman and what is Jiva, this, that. All the doubts are cleared, everything is clear. But when suddenly the share price goes down, boom, we feel sad. Right? We lose something, or some health problem, or some other issue. Okay, we lose our patience, we lose our peace. Small things. The auto rickshaw driver took 10 rupees extra, finished. Whole day is lost. We lose peace. This is because lack of sadhana chatushtaya sampatti. That is a problem. So we need to acquire that through nididhyasanam. And this process of nididhyasanam is done through many ways. One is satsangam. people who have plenty of sadhana chatushtaya sampatti, or jnanis, brahma jnanis, or those who are having the experience of sadhana chatushtaya sampatti, those who have abundance sadhana chatushtaya sampatti, abundant sadhana chatushtaya sampatti, get connected with them, talk to them, and see how they are living. Right? Tat chindanam, tat kadhanam, anyonyam tat prabodhanam. That is satsanga. Tat chindanam, think about Vedanta only. And tat kathanam, talk about it. And anyonyam tat prabodhanam, discuss among ourselves. Discuss why, what is this? Again, all this satsang, connect with them, connect with the jnanis. Right? Satsangam. Those who have sadhana chatushtaya sampatti. No point in having connection with the people who are totally worldly, talking about marriages and this and that. No use. All gossips, right? Spreading rumors, unwanted talks. All these are not satsanga. Even if you go to temple, even if you are sitting together and discuss about the laukika thing, that will not be considered as a satsanga. Okay, satsanga is you have to connect with those people who have vairagyam, who have nitya vastu vivekam, who have control of the mind, control. With those people you have to get connected. Then only we will acquire that. That is satsanga. Second, reading Bhagavad Gita, reading Upanishads, commentaries, think about it. Daily spend some time on the Upanishads. That is second method. 3, living alert. Alert living will help. What is this alert, being alert? Alert means all the time eyes are open or something like that. No. Alertness is you understand your mind. Whenever the mind is getting disturbed, you be aware of it. That is alertness. Okay, when the mind is get disturbed, or when the mind is get disturbed and then you have to react to it, be alert. What am I doing here? Right? So why did I get disturbed? So that is the time you have to bring that problem in front of you. You have to bring that mind in front of you. You be aware of it, analyze it based on Vedanta. Okay, that will remove the disturbance. It might take a few minutes or maybe few seconds, right? But it will definitely bring the mind to calm. Okay, so that is being alert, living alert all the time, alert. This alertness should be there. Otherwise, we will get carried away. We will be carried away by the emotions. We will be carried away by the emotions and we will react, which will do damage, more damage. Okay, so this is very, very important, living alert. Then, sharing Vedanta with others. Start teaching. Whatever you know, you start telling others. Okay, discuss. Talk about Vairagya, etc. Even if you don't have Vairagya, you talk about Vairagya. What will happen? When you talk to someone else that you should have Vairagya, first you will see whether do I have that Vairagya in me. No, you should control your sense organs, you should control your mind, Shama, Dhamma, etc. are required, Uparati is required. You are giving lecture to others. When you do that, you will do a self-examination. I am telling others, but do I have it? Right? So what will happen is, we will be more careful. Or if at all, when we have those emotions, the reaction that is coming out, we will bring that under control. Right? The qualification that we are telling others, we will strive to get it. That is why talking or teaching is a good way of Nididhyasana. It's a good method, teaching. I am doing that. Okay. Sharing Vedanta with others will help. Do I have it? So it's a wonderful motivation. Yeah, teaching is a wonderful motivation. Then sometimes they say that imitation of a jnani also will help. Okay, imitation means you fake and make it. That is what some swamis say, some acharyas say, you fake and you make it. See, what does that mean? It is similar like fake, it is same as teaching also, One who doesn't have all these, you talk to others, right? When you talk to others, you will think whether do I have it. Say for example, you are also wearing Rudraksham and etc. and then doing some puja. The moment you touch Rudraksham, the Rudrakshamala, when you put, you will feel some bhakti, some divinity inside you. You will feel that. You put vibhuti or etc. When you wear all these, naturally you will tend to be pure, or you will purify your mind. Am I doing the right thing? Same like when you teach something, do I have it? When you do the self-examination, same thing will happen. I heard a story. There was a guy, I don't remember exactly. This guy, what he did is, the king was looking for a young saint as a groom for the king's daughter, princess. Okay, I mean some vague recollection, let me see. So the king wanted a groom, a young saint. So there was a thief, okay, he's a fraud. So what he thought, that I will go and sit among the saints, etc. I will go and sit. So young guy, he was wearing vibhuti, rudraksham, etc. And then, it's all that symbols of a jnani he put, of a saint he put, and then he was sitting among the crowd, among the saints, all old people. Among that he went and he sat in between. So the king brought the princess, and they were walking, or not with the princess. I think the king saw that there is a young saint among the old. So immediately he told that, he said that, then he prostrated in front of this young, this thief said, you seem to be a big saint, great saint. Please, I want to offer my daughter to you. So he didn't say anything. He kept his eyes closed and he was thinking. Again, the king repeated. 2 times, 3 times he repeated. He didn't answer. The king went back. Next day also he came. By that time, this thief, he thought, just by putting a saffron orb and with this rudraksham, etc., when I became, by wearing all these symbols, a fake identity I gave of a saint, I was called into a palace as a groom. So what would I get if I really changed to a saint? If I turn myself as a real saint, now even by faking a saint, I am getting so much of position and wealth. But if I really became a saint, definitely that will be something great. He said no, and then slowly he really became a saint. This is a story. Okay, anyway, that's a side note. So that is also. So Nididhyasanam helps in acquiring sadhana chatushtaya sampatti. Also, Nididhyasanam will improve those who have sadhana chatushtaya sampatti. If you have got say 30%, 40%, 50%, etc., that will, you can improve the sadhana chatushtaya sampatti by doing Nididhyasanam. Okay. Also, ones who have got sadhana chatushtaya sampatti, still Nididhyasanam will help to maintain it. Okay. So Nididhyasanam, those who don't have sadhana chatushtaya sampatti at all, will help to acquire it. It will help to improve also, and also it will help to maintain the sadhana chatushtaya sampatti. So this dhyanam or meditation, or Nididhyasanam is the most important thing in the process of Sravana, Manana, Nididhyasanam. But we have to understand one thing, Nididhyasanam is not clearing the doubts. Nididhyasanam is not just Sravanam. Okay? Nididhyasanam, after Sravanam and Mananam only Nididhyasanam. So that does not mean that you do Nididhyasanam after Sravanam and Mananam. Okay? You can do together, that is not a problem, but we have to understand it clearly that Nididhyasanam is not a process of clearing the doubts. That is what I mean. Okay? So that is Nididhyasanam, and one type of Nididhyasanam is the Vedantic meditation. Vedantic meditation, dwelling upon the teaching and its implication in my life. That is important. Nididhyasanam is dwelling upon the teaching. Dwelling upon the teaching means whatever have been understood through the Sravana Mananam. Okay, whatever is listened to Sravana Mananam through Nididhyasanam, we have to see how that is applicable to me, because my problems are unique. The condition of my mind is unique. You cannot compare this mind with somebody else. Right? So I have to apply this in me. So the attachments of my mind, I have to find out where I have problem, that I have to understand, and I have to remove that impurity. Each individual is different. One person may be attached with money. I might be attached with something else. Right? Money will not be a problem. But if you insult me, I will not tolerate. Or other person will be, you tell whatever you want, but I won't allow you to take 1 rupee from me. Or some may be attached with some property. Some may be attached with relation. Right? Little bit of, if I say I love you, the other person also has to say I love you. Money is not a problem, name and fame is not a problem, but this is in relation. You expect anything, you expect other also to reciprocate whatever you give. Right? So that may be attachment, that sort of attachment. So like that, every individual will have different. So how many minds are there? That many uniqueness is there. All the minds are different. One mind will not be same. So that is the reason this Nididhyasanam is very unique and individual. So I have to do meditation. When I do Vedantic meditation, I have to do introspection of my mind. I have to study my mind. That is very important. You cannot imitate somebody else. That is why you cannot take any advice directly. See what Krishna said at the end to Arjuna. Iti te jnanamakyatam guhyad guhyataram maya vimarshaita dasheshena yadhechasi tathakuru. Hey Arjuna, so far, the words comes at the 18th chapter at the end, 66 to 61, 67 like that. I have explained to you, I have told you jnanam, I have given you jnanam. Iti te jnanamakhyadam, I have explained jnanam. Guhyad guhyadaram maya. This is secret of all secrets. Then what you have to do is vimarshaita dasheshena. Without doubt you analyze it. This jnanam you analyze it. And after analysis, yadhechasi tathaguru. Yadhechasi tathaguru does not mean you do whatever you want after that. No. You do whatever you want based on the jnanam that I have given you. That means the base of your decision, the base of formatting your life will be based on the jnanam that I have given you. It is not at random, you decide whatever you want, not like that. The basis, the root is jnanam. Based on the jnanam, you format your life. This is what we have to do in our life. Every individual have to analyze the based on the jnana, analyze the mind, find where I stand and remove that. That is what it means. So Nididhyasanam is very unique. Teacher can give only a general guidance. The individual's mental condition and the attachments etc. are unique with each one. Okay, each one might lack something or the other of the sadhana chatushtaya sampatti. Some may have more shama, dhamma will not be there. Some may have dhamma and rama, titiksha won't be there. Right? So I have to look at myself and see what I lack. That is what it means. Okay. Yeah. Now next point. This Vedantic meditation is always on Atma. Vedantic meditation is always on Atma because Anatma is Mithya. All the names and forms are Mithya. So I always dwell my mind on Atma alone. Because Atma alone is the truth. The Chaitanyam. The Chaitanyam that is there in me and in others, or I see the Chaitanyam only in everywhere. Okay, so the mind has to dwell upon Chaitanyam and Anatma is Mithya. So, does that mean that we will not be thinking about Anatma? We have no control, no? The mind can dwell either on Atma or Anatma. Either on Ishvara or on Vishaya Vastu. This was Anatma means Vishaya Vastu, all the objects of this world. Vishayam or Ishvara, Bhagavan. The mind can dwell upon only in these two things. Either on Ishvara, God, or the objects of this world. Vishayam. Vishayam could be money, property, your mutual funds, your wife, son, daughter and all that. Right? Or traveling to somewhere else, or some bad past experiences, all these are all Vishayas. Whereas Bhagavan, either on Bhagavan or all of this. So there is no problem in thinking of Anatma Vastu. You think of Anatma Vastu, but immediately Vedantic knowledge should step in. It should enter. Anatma is Mithya. They don't have any reality. They are like the dream stuff. One Mahatma said, what is this world made of? The Mahatma said, this world is made of dream stuff. What is made of dream? That stuff is used to make this universe. This is made of dream stuff. So, when we think of Anatma, nobody can stop thinking of Anatma, but when the Vishayas come, you apply the Vedantic knowledge that this is Mithya. This does not have any reality. I am not this. I am not attached with this because it is temporary. It is transient of nature. It is of transient nature. It comes and goes. All of this Anatma Vastu, they appear and disappear, including this body, which includes this body, the health and associated problems of this body, associated problems of everything that is this body gets connected with. This body connected with wife, father, mother, son, daughter, money, property, all of that. All sort of jatis comes out of this body only. So, when you think of this Vishayas, think that this is Anatma Vastu and this Anatma Vastu is Mithya. Mithya means they appear and they disappear. It doesn't have any reality. You can't depend on it. There is no security in depending upon it. The only thing they can hold on to, the mind can hold on to is Ishvara, Atma. That is what I am. Okay, so this is how we have to move from the thought of Vishayas to Atma. Shanai this cannot happen overnight. Slowly, Shanai Ruparamed, Buddhya Dhriti Grihitaya, Atma Samstham Manah Kritva, Na Kinchitapi Chintayet. So, this Nididhyasanam can be in 6th chapter of Bhagavad Gita is beautifully explained about this Dhyanam. Dhyana Yogam, Atma Samyama Yogam. There it is very clearly in detail explained, but here we will just again explain this. Take a proper comfortable posture. Comfortable posture. Need not be in Padmasanam with or that is not necessary. Comfortable. Sit in a comfortable posture so that you don't have any pain in the body. Okay, a place where there are minimum disturbances. Sit in a place where there is minimum disturbances. Okay, as much as possible. Then you can keep your eyes half closed or fully closed. It doesn't matter. Then control your senses. Control your senses and your karmendriyas, etc. And turn your attention to the mind. Turn your attention to the mind. Thoughts will arise, right? Because there is no such thing called a thoughtless state. Okay, thought will come. Thoughts will come. That is not a problem. Okay, turn your attention to the mind. Through, as I told earlier, through Vedantic meditation, Vedantic knowledge, you realize that Anatma is Mithya and the only thing is Atma. That is what the mind, keep the mind on Atma. Atma means Ishvara, Bhagavan, God. Don't get confused. Brahman is Atma, Atma is Bhagavan. So, Atma Samstam, that Chaitanyam, okay, the I-ness, the I which says inside. Don't get confused. We have talked all of that in the earlier discussion. That is why I am not stressing there. Keep the mind focused on that Chaitanyam in you as well as in everywhere. Okay, the I-ness, the consciousness. Am I conscious? Yeah, that consciousness. Okay, keep that mind Atma Samstham Manah Kritva. Keep that mind focused on this Atma alone. Na kinchita bichintayet. Don't think of other things. I mean, even if you think of something else, that is, if it is a names and forms, those names and forms are mithya, or those names and forms are also Atma only. Anything that has come from consciousness has to be consciousness. The water, the mirage water that appears on a desert has to be desert only. Right? Whatever that is arising in the consciousness, they have to be consciousness only. The Akasha is consciousness. And everything has come from Akasha. So that also have to be Akasha. That has to be consciousness. Right? So like that, you keep your mind focused only on Atma. In Malayalam, there is a Harinama Kirtanam, it's a beautiful verse. Yadunnu kanmadad Narayana Pratima, Yadunnu kelpadad Narayana Shrutigal, Yadunnu Chaivadad Narayana Archanagal, Yadonnadokka Hari Narayanaya Namaha. Everything is Narayana. Whatever I am seeing is Narayana. Whatever I am hearing is Narayana Shruti. Whatever I am doing is Narayana Archana. Whatever is there is everything is Narayana. Narayana means Brahman, Atma, Ishvara. So that is the Nididhyasanam. And I am not this body, I am not this mind, okay, I am not these thoughts, but I am the witness of this body, I am the witness of this mind, I am the witness to these thoughts. I am Asangaha, I am Shuddha, I am Sarvagata, I am Nirakara, Chaitanyam Aham Asmi. Aham Brahma Asmi. This thought only I have to entertain. We'll do more of this Vedantic meditation discussion on this 54 again in our next class, and we will continue. Okay, for the today we'll stop now. Om Purnamadah Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavasishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Om Harihi Om Tat Sat. Brahmarpanamastu.